Hey, if you could pick one player that would be like Rudolph, who would it be?
Jordan Binnington, whiny all the time.
That's so funny.
Stick tock, stick out, stick tock, stick out, stick tock, stick out, stick tock,
Hockey. Yes, sir.
All right, welcome to episode 6. This is Stick Talk Hockey. I'm your host, Tiko Raspy. This is my co-host.
I'm yours, Trilly.
And welcome back. We got some stuff to talk about today. Lots of stuff happened in the NHL this week. And so let's get into some stuff.
Absolutely, I'm ready.
All right. Actually, you know what? First off, how was your week, Trill?
My week is fantastic, thank you. And yours?
Yeah, it was fantastic as well.
Hell yeah.
I love to hear it. First up, we got our house New Jersey Devils fan here. Streak is over.
The streak is over.
Yeah, and on a game where you played the Toronto Maple Leafs, a good team, of course, but 3 disallowed goals in the same game.
Rules is rules.
Rules is rules, I guess.
I can't argue with any of them.
Yeah.
But I could ask that we change the language in the rule book for the future.
I think that's very fair. Are you talking about the kick?
I am.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
Because I very much understand you can't intentionally kick the puck into the net.
Right.
However, if there is a play like this one where it's very much incidental, he's kicking the puck away from the net, away from the goal line, to his stick.
Yeah.
It's not intentionally going into the net.
Right.
But it was, quote unquote, intentionally kicked. So it falls in the rule.
Right.
I think we need to have some stronger wording in there where it's kicked intentionally to the net.
That's fair. I think that's fair.
Because things do happen. And for what it's worth, like, he was trying to make a hockey play there. He was trying to kick it to his stick. It just hit a Toronto skate.
Right. Right. Yeah. I agree with that. Especially like because kicking itself is fine. You just can't kick it into, like, deliberately kick it into the net. Yeah, into the net.
Because we still have, like, players kicking it into the net to a degree. Like, it's just not considered a kicking motion. They were just skating that way and had their skates down, and they might have angled it away. You know?
Yeah. I know. It's the margins are so fine.
There's a lot of gray area there, and I'd like to see the ruling, like, just specified and whittled down a little bit more. I can see why it was disallowed, and I totally agree with it, but just from a fan's perspective, even if it didn't happen to the Devils, if it happened to any other team in the league, I'd still be like, nah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the Devils looked terrible in the first period. They looked awful. They got outshot like 12-6 or something.
Yeah, they didn't get off to a good start, for sure.
No, but then they created an absolute landslide of shots, as they do, and they answered back in Buffalo last night as well with another 44 shots.
Yeah.
It's an absolute whopper.
Yeah.
Wasn't a scoring fest by any means. I think it was a 3-1 game, but they're keeping their game and they're looking good out there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I will say, throwing trash on the ice.
Oh my God, I was so embarrassed.
When you're on a 13-game heater.
Like, guys, what the
Yeah.
This is not sportsmanship.
No.
And like, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
It's the day before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I guarantee you half of you were blackout.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
This is not the way to go about things. Never throw things on the ice.
No, definitely don't. I mean, like, it's one thing when you're like I understand a jersey on the ice when your team is terrible.
Or
like
hats for a hat trick.
Or hats for a hat trick. Sure, like when you're trying to send a message of some kind, but like just throwing trash and stuff is always a bad look. Did you see also someone threw a bag of candy at Pedersen the other night in Colorado?
No, I didn't, but that's terrible too. And like they were throwing full beer cans. Like they were like exploding on the ice. Like you could have seriously hurt someone.
It's dangerous, yeah.
Yeah, these like some people like were throwing them from the top deck and they were falling just short of the benches. Like there was beer cans hitting the back of the Devils bench. What are you doing? What if one of those hits one of your players?
Yeah.
What if they miss the season? What if we miss the playoffs
Yeah.
because you threw a beer can?
I know. What kind of bozo?
Yeah, like what an idiot. You've got to be kidding me.
I will say, do you remember when we did the worst fans segment and I said it's a good thing no one cares about New Jersey fans?
Yeah.
I just thought we'd wrap around to that real quick.
Yeah. Yeah, that didn't last long. I mean, we also have to touch on the fact that New Jersey's been a basement dweller for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
And a lot of these fans are probably not the biggest hockey fans. They're just there for a good time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're going to find a good time wherever they find it because it's New Jersey.
Yeah, and they weren't, I don't know, just to cut them a little bit of slack, like they were mad about the reffing. Like it's not like they were just losing and booing their team or throwing shit at their team for losing. They were mad that 3 goals have been called back. Not that excuses anything, but I think that makes it a little bit, I understand it a little bit more.
Yeah, I definitely I get the place where it's coming from. I was yelling at the TV too.
Yeah.
And I understand it. I know the rule book very well. I get it.
Yeah.
But it's still a frustrating moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's not the way to go about it. And that's not the way to champion your team. That's not the way to cheer the boys on and get them to play for you.
I agree.
Embarrassing them at home like that. It's a joke. It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Knock that shit off.
Agreed. All right. Well, moving on from that, we have a little segment we wanted to do today. Yeah. Our producer Austin put together some Hall of Fame caliber players, potentially some active and some retired, and we're gonna take a little gander through this list and see if we think these guys should be in the Hall.
Sounds exciting.
All right. Who do we got
I'm with
first? First up, Phil the Thrill. 1,225 games played, 963 points, 2 cups, a gold medal. First player in NHL history with 1,000 straight games. And first rookie awarded the Bill Masterton Memorial Trophy. I actually didn't know that.
Huh. Yeah, no, this is it for sure.
Yeah, I think
this is
he's
without
in
a
the Hall.
question.
Yeah.
This is not a if, but a win.
Yeah, I'd say so. With the 2 cups, and I mean, he's what? 37 points from 1,000. He'll probably hit that.
Iron Man,
Longest Iron Man in history, right?
1,000 games played,
Yeah. Yeah. He's got to be
in a row. We were saluting Malkin for 1,000 games played. Period.
Yeah, absolutely. Which it is a feat.
It's a huge feat.
Period, yeah.
I touched on it 2 or 3 episodes ago to go this far in your career and have this type of usage still.
Yeah.
To be this valuable. Sure, Phil's bounced to a couple teams. He's not a stay-at-home piece.
No, but he's wanted at every team.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When they're looking at their roster going, what's going to give us that push to make the cup?
Yeah.
Kessel's on that list.
Yeah,
he's
of
on
course.
there. So that speaks volumes.
Yeah. I'd say Kessel's a definite yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, what do we got next? Justin Williams. That's an interesting one. 1,264 games played, 797 points, 3 cups, 2 gold medals, 1 Conn Smythe. It's hard to argue against those stats.
It really is. I mean, there's no notable records, unfortunately. That's really the only glaring thing is there's no real personal awards. But
Mr. Game 7.
Yeah, I mean, you want to get down to the nitty gritty. He's Mr. Game 7 and he's captain friendly.
Yeah.
He carried a bunch of junior rosters for years after he was what most would consider quote unquote past the prime.
Right.
And he looked good doing it. He was still useful and he was providing essential lessons for a lot of that Carolina locker room.
Yep.
They loved him.
I think the
and the LA
Smythe,
locker room. Sorry.
Yeah.
I wanted to throw in both because they both had
sure.
we forget how young some of that LA team actually was.
Absolutely. That first run, they were very young.
Yeah.
Yeah. I what's that, a one-time All-Star?
Okay, well
I'm gonna say Hall of Very Good.
Yeah, he wouldn't be first round.
Yeah.
Not first round voting.
Not a first balloter.
No, but I would I would see him getting the vote on the second or third, just off of, like, maybe not first year. He'd probably get passed on for sure, but
yeah,
I could definitely see him sneaking in there just off reputation, because like,
yeah, I could see him sneaking in. I'm gonna say no, but no disrespect.
and we still don't know what he's gonna do with the rest of his career. He might come back to hockey, you know.
You think?
Probably not, but I mean, I always want to shoot somebody. No one thought St. Louis was gonna end up like coaching the Habs, so like,
that's true. That's true.
You know, I'll never count someone out, especially in today's day and age where like players are becoming more and more utilized after their careers than ever.
Yeah.
Which you have to respect the teams for doing as well. I wanted to throw like big shout outs to teams that are doing that.
Yeah, I like that. I like that for sure.
I love the way that they're actually finding a use for players once they're past their prime, either putting them in like auxiliary roles in the booth or analytics or whatever their strong suit is, whatever their passion may be.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the next one. Shea Weber.
No.
1,000 games played. Well, 1,038. 589 points. One of the premier shutdown defensemen of his era. Five-time gold medalist.
Is that true?
Well, okay, so yeah.
Oh, okay, World Juniors included.
World Juniors, World Cup of Hockey, and the Olympics. Okay. 9-time All-Star.
Damn.
I mean,
that 9-time All-Star kind of does swing it a little bit more. I was looking at the beginning of these stats and I'm like, no.
And
I don't see
captain forever of both teams.
Yeah, but like
I mean, I know the Habs were pretty bad through his years there. But like truly, I think that Shea Weber is one of the premier defensemen of the 2010s.
Yeah, definitely. He was always in the conversation. He was always drafted like first defenseman in any fantasy league.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a tough one. This one's going to make people mad no matter which one we choose.
No, absolutely it is. That's why we have to
That's why we have to do it.
Pick a side of the fence. I'm going to say yes on Shea Weber. That's a close one for me. Maybe not first ballot, but fantastic player, fantastic leader, 1,000 games played, 9-time All-Star. Yeah, I'm taking Shea Weber.
Yeah. On the strength of the 9-time All-Star, 2-time NHL first team. Yeah.
Yeah. That's fair.
That swings it. Not first, but
yeah. Let's move to the next one there.
Hall of could have been amazing.
Yeah. Patrick Marleau. 1,779 games played. Yeah, he's in for me.
Yeah, this is not a question for me. This is
most regular season games played.
Yeah. And to have like the kind of use that he's had, it's just never really looked like he was falling off.
No, almost 1,200 points. Still had a lot of use in his like later years. He was bouncing around a little bit on some league minimum contracts, but valuable player everywhere he went, and some amazing years in San Jose. Marleau's in for me for sure.
Yeah, 3 away from 1,200 points. Like, please.
Yeah, please. 4-time gold medalist.
Yeah, not a question.
Brad Marchand. He's probably in. Fuck you, Austin, for putting this on here. Making me say Brad Marchand's probably in. I mean, like he doesn't really have the stats to back it up yet, but I mean, he's still got some years left. Was he at almost 900 games, 887, 812 points, 1 cup, 4 gold medals, 2-time All-Star. Yeah, no, don't put him in. Call me when he retires. Maybe we'll change my mind, but I don't know, not yet.
Yeah, I was going to say this one is a hard sell for me because he has a reputation.
Yeah.
And I don't know that his stat line necessarily precedes his reputation yet.
Yeah.
And
I mean, he has a reputation with fans, but I think that a lot of the league really respects him as a player.
A lot of the league does, and they also respect him as an individual. I've heard I've heard he's actually. I will shoot him bail. I've heard he's a fantastic guy. Like I've heard he's
ice,
I've heard he's a pleasure.
Yeah,
and very polite and very nice.
Sure.
But I hate the way he plays,
Yeah,
and
I
I
know.
think a lot of people do. I think that the
Yeah.
way he plays it's too much of an edge, because then like I put Brad Marchand's game almost neck and neck with Nazem Kadri in the unnecessary category.
Yeah, I agree with that.
The only difference is that he succeeds doing it. So like,
Yeah.
he'll
Yeah.
probably.
I don't know. Marshy's a no for me right now. But like I said, call me when he retires. We can reevaluate that.
I give him a probably, but we'll talk once that stat line's a little thicker.
Mm-hmm. Eliash.
I love Eliash.
I know you do. I mean, 1,240 games played, 1,025 points, 2 cups. Obviously, yeah, no medals. That's not really his fault. No gold medals. 4-time All-Star. What do you think about him?
I want to say
1,200 games and 1,000 points. That's usually kind of my baseline, right?
Yeah, that's where I start to draw like the greatness line.
Yeah.
That's pretty solid. And you have to imagine he was playing on like some not so great Devils teams in between there as well. So he was keeping that production up.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Like he ended his career in 2014, 13, somewhere in there.
Somewhere around there.
So like the Devils had a couple bad years between 08 and 2012.
Yeah.
They didn't belong in the 2012 finals.
No.
So
No.
yeah, like yeah.
Yep. Maybe not first ballot, but yes.
Yeah, definitely. Just a great player.
Yep, I agree. All right, what do we got next? Zetterberg. This is an interesting one. 1,082 games played, 960 points, 1 cup, 3 gold medals, 1 Conn Smythe, 2-time All-Star. What do you think about Zeddy?
Iconic name.
Yeah.
Household name growing up.
Yeah, definitely. Hell of a player.
Hell of a player.
Truly.
I'd have to imagine it's a yes. He's pretty close. Like, I mean, if we're going to give Eliash the nod at 1,000 points and 1,200 games played, then we have to imagine we're giving Zeddy the nod at 960 with only 1,082.
Maybe.
Because that's like pretty much the same like points percentage per game.
Yes. That's
Rough
very
math.
true. That's very true. The Zeddy's is probably a little bit better.
Yeah, he's got the golds.
I mean, only the one
Took
cup.
the cup. And the Conn Smythe.
And he was, he deserved that Conn Smythe. He was fantastic.
He was an
that
absolute
year.
powerhouse.
But I mean, like really for me, I do kind of think that Zetterberg had like a couple monster years and then a lot of just okay years. Well, maybe that's being a little bit too harsh, but I think a lot of people thought he was going to be Conn Smythe, Henrik Zetterberg for longer than he was.
Yeah, that's very fair. I mean,
this is going to be a hot take, I think, because I really love Henrik Zetterberg. I'm going to say no on him.
you love him, so you're going to say no.
I am going to say no. Even though I do quite enjoy him.
No, I'm gonna disagree. I'm gonna say yeah, but like he's gonna get the nod off of the respect and
I like
the
it.
name more so than like the accolades. Whereas like Brad Marchand will get in from the accolades, and we'll all kind of just begrudgingly go, what a shithead.
All right.
Like we have a highlight package of dirty plays that's just as long as his great plays.
Yeah, again though, like it's not the fans though that make the Hall of Fame inductions.
I
Right?
know,
and
I
the
know.
league is the ones, or not the league, but the Hall of Fame. I think they respect him.
I also think the league just has like, and would have different priorities for a while.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, let's move on. We got Brent Burns up next. What do we got? 1,200 games, 1,272 games played, 790 points, no cups, 2 gold medals, 1 Norris, 7-time All-Star. No cups is a big one.
That is a big one. I'm squinting at that right now.
I'm
I'm letting that sink in. What?
Okay, so no Olympic gold, World Cup and a World Championship. I mean, they were close, right? Like how close was San Jose to a cup in those few years?
They were, but like close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no. I don't see enough awards backing anything else to really sell this for me.
Yeah.
You're just a defenseman that has really good production and played a lot of games.
But yeah, Hall of very good, probably.
Yeah, Hall of very good and should be talked about.
Yeah.
Should be studied.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's a top priority. Not like anyone else on the list.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, Getsy's in for me.
Getzlaf for sure.
For sure. Ryan Getzlaf. 1,157 games played, 1,019 points, a cup, 5-time gold medalist, 3-time All-Star. Yeah, he's in. The accolades, maybe. Like there's some people with even more accolades on here, but just a staple of a great team for a very long time.
Yeah, and you have to shoot him bail too, because he was playing on a Ducks team that hasn't always been fantastic.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, like, when you have a stay in one place, like a lot of these players have, you're going to have teams around you that aren't always fantastic.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's the way that you make the team better when they aren't good that also really reflects my opinion in this voting process.
And I mean, you think of the Pacific Division, like for the last 20 years, when you think of the Ducks, like until now, when you look at like Zegras and stuff, but like when you think of the Ducks, you think Ryan Getzlaf and Corey Perry, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's hard not to.
All right. We got one more here. Let's take a look at it. We got Nicholas Backstrom. 1,058 games played, 1,011 points, 1 cup, 2 golds, only a 1-time All-Star.
Wow.
That's actually a little bit shocking to me.
Well, no. Not no to getting in. No, It's not shocking that he's not an all-star.
Okay.
Because of the voting process and the fact that you can typically only take 2 players from each team.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Ovi's a lock every year.
And Ovechkin's going.
Yeah, you're going to get Holtby.
Holtby, thank you.
Carlson.
Christ almighty.
Whatever, yeah.
Holtby was like in those conversations.
Yeah.
He was him.
A premier goaltender, for sure.
Like,
for sure.
And they needed premier goaltenders at the game.
Absolutely.
He was in that top 5 conversation. If you're top 5, you were going.
Yeah.
Didn't matter.
Yeah. That's fair. I think Backstrom's a yes. He's like for me at least, when I think like duos that like come to mind, like when I think of like top tier 2 players that play together for a long period of time, like it's Bergeron and Marchand, it's the Sedins, it's Crosby and Malkin, and it's Backstrom and Ovi.
Yeah, dynamic duo, Batman Robin.
Yeah.
Gotta be in.
Yeah.
Hey, if you could pick one player that would be like Rudolph, who would it be?
Jordan Binnington. Whiny all the time.
That's so funny.
No, I'm sorry. I don't know. Who would you pick?
Patrick Kane. Got that Coke nose.
No. Yeah. I mean, yes, but
won't you guide my sleigh tonight?
No. Okay. All right. Well, moving on.
Toss Drew Doughty up there. You got the high beams on, baby.
Yeah.
We're not getting lost tonight.
It's a good time right there. That'd be a fun night for sure. That's a fun Christmas. Okay. Back to Toronto. Matt Murray. I don't know if you saw the other night. He's getting in some heat for knocking the net off 3 separate times in one game.
I did not see this.
All right, we got a clip for that. Can you pull that up?
Right off of its mooring. That tells me that point.
Okay, so there's the first one. This is the second one. Tell me that's not intentional, bro. This is the third one. That one doesn't seem intentional to me, to be fair. The final one?
It seems intentionally unintentional.
That one, though, come on.
He tried this in the Devils game. Like, I watched him do it. He flew so hard into the crossbar and then lifted his shoulder and the net rocked backwards.
You got to think that should be finable, no?
Should be a penalty.
Well, I know it should be a penalty, but like it wasn't called a penalty.
It should be finable too. Yeah.
Like he should be fined for that. Maybe not suspended, but fined probably.
We have seen fines handed out for goalies like flipping their net multiple times on breakaways, right? Or like 2-on-0s.
I'm not sure.
I think that's
Don't
happened
think
once
so.
or twice.
Well, that's why they made it a penalty. Was
Yeah.
because someone did that.
yeah,
Well, no. They didn't make it a penalty. They made it an automatic goal.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
It's a good way to solve that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, I hate this.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is why I don't put Matt Murray in the top goalie conversation. There's a lot of reasons why, but
Well,
this
yeah,
is one of
I
them.
was gonna say watching him play goalie is one of the reasons why for sure.
Yeah, you just have to laugh.
Yeah, you just gotta laugh.
Yeah,
I mean, you got to look at some of those goals and just laugh.
couple weird bounces.
Yeah, some weird. One goes off the guy's foot.
Second one goes off the guy's foot.
Backhand feet on the front bench. Scores, and it's Besser again.
Yeah.
Did you see Kirby Dach playing against his home team, his old team?
I didn't, but I heard about it.
Yeah, so he was playing against the team he got traded from last night and got a chance to score in the shootout.
Yeah, no, Kirby Dach's going to get this opportunity. He scores, Montreal wins.
Dach to defeat his former team. Scores!
Yeah, look at him. Good for Kirby
Game
Dach.
winner.
Tough for
What was that? I couldn't hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Game winner, feeling the booze.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love the attitude.
That's baller energy right there.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Suck it, Chicago.
Yeah, especially beating them in those jerseys.
Also, how are you even
I
gonna?
know you hate those jerseys.
Yeah, I hate those jerseys. How are you gonna boo Kirby Dach? It's not like he did anything wrong.
No, he was like one of the only good players on your team the last 2 years that you've been brutal.
Yeah, and it's really not his fault he left
No.
either. He got traded.
No.
Like,
Yeah, there's always something weird with that. Like you go to a team you used to play on, even if you got traded, and it's like they still boo you for leaving. It's like what? Nothing I could do, man.
yeah, it's so confusing.
I didn't decide this.
When the Devils played Calgary, anytime that Coleman touched the puck, I was like, I love you. Come back.
Yeah,
I miss
dude.
you so much.
Yeah.
We'll take that contract. I promise.
I don't know, man. People are funny.
If you're not with us, you're against us.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Also, I want to preface this with I say no, I haven't seen this a lot. Because I'm an audio engineer, guys. I'm in the studio like anywhere from 6 to 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
So I don't always keep up with everything that happened when there's 15 goddamn games scheduled in a day, which
absolutely.
what a nightmare.
Yeah.
Space them out.
I know. I don't understand that, especially like I know they don't want to put games on American Thanksgiving, but at least give us an all Canadian matchup.
Yeah. Like it's a Thursday here.
Thursday night. Yeah.
Yeah, like we were chilling.
Yeah. I mean,
You guys weren't going to watch the game anyways. You don't care.
Yeah.
Like
I don't understand it. And then you have like a million games on Wednesday and Friday. It's like no one can keep up with all that. I mean, like, yeah. So I tend to organize a lot of these clips, and I keep them from him on purpose.
Yeah. I'm also I watch these in the dark just for the entertainment factor, but
You don't have to excuse yourself.
thank you.
Yeah. These people on TikTok don't know nothing.
Yeah, blow me.
All right. Neither do we, so it's fine. Yeah. Do we have anything else we wanted to get into today?
Not particularly. No, I think that we touched on pretty much everything.
Yeah. A little bit of a slower news week. We're gonna have a second episode we're recording for you guys while we're gone over the Christmas break. We'll put that out a little bit later for you. So I think that's it for us for now. Feel free to send us in your clips at Stick Talk Hockey across all socials. Drop us a follow on Instagram. Drop us a follow on TikTok. And yeah, we're around, man.
We'll be there. We're watching your hot takes.
That's right. Give us all the takes. Give us all the takes. We're here for it.
Let us know how you feel in the comments.
Yeah.
Make sure to download the episodes. We always forget to tell you guys that, but it helps the podcast more than you think.
Yeah.
Even if you don't listen to the podcast right away, downloading it does wonders.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. It's been a blast. I've had nothing but a great time doing this, and you guys have been phenomenal, sensational.
Just
very supportive. Awesome.
Yeah, we love it. All right, thank you guys. Keep your head up.
Keep your head up.
Stick talk. Stick talk. Stick